American Express Gold, watch your back, because we may soon see a new Capital One card that will steal some of your customers. That said, this new Capital One card may still lose out to its little sibling card. Recently, Capital One emailed select card members for feedback on a mid-tier to upper mid-tier card, likely in the Savor family of cards, that has a bunch of category-specific multipliers and a bunch of statement credits to offset a $295 annual fee. Different card members will see different versions of this potential card, and furthermore, these communications are just surveys, and so even if there is an eventual card, we don't know precisely what it will look like. I didn't receive a survey, and so the only version that I've seen before is this one via Doctor of Credit. In this video, let's evaluate what we're seeing here, and assuming that the eventual version won't look too different from this version, let's try and tweak a thing or two in order to determine what the Capital One Savor X should look like. By should, I mean good enough to fiercely compete with the Amex Gold card, as well as differentiate itself enough from the no annual fee Capital One Savor rewards. I get excited about new cards, but my excitement dampens if the card is subpar, and so Capital One, if you're watching this, do as suggested, and I guarantee at least decent reception. Starting with the multipliers, we have 4x Capital One miles on dining and entertainment. These I'm okay with. The 4x on dining matches what we see on the Amex Gold card, and the 4x on entertainment is a unique standout feature on the Savor X, unless you have the grandfathered version of the $95 old Savor card. Also, the current no annual fee Savor Rewards card has just 3x in dining and entertainment, so at least the Savor X has those beat. Unfortunately, we can't say the same for groceries, where the proposed Savor X offers just 3x. Lower than the Amex Gold's 4x, and the same as the Savor Reward card's 3x. Sure, we can do better than 3x or even 4x by, for example, having the Citi Custom Cash and putting grocery spend on there to earn 5x Citi Thank You points, and then transferring them to partners via the Citi Strata Premier. Some of us, however, will want to use the Savor X as our primary grocery card, in which case 3x just isn't cutting it. Let's juice it up to 4x with a $25,000 calendar year limit, which matches what we see on the Amex Gold. Next up, 10x on car rentals and hotels via Capital One Travel, and 10x on Capital One Entertainment. While lucrative, 10x on portal purchases isn't groundbreaking when it comes to annual fee travel credit cards, and so it's nothing to get overly excited about, but I'm more than fine with these credits. Adding 5x on flights through Capital One Travel would be great, though I don't really see it happening given that it would overlap with the premium Capital One Venture X. All in all, the multipliers are fine, though let's get that 4x on groceries with a spend limit if Capital One must. If you're enjoying the content, give the video a like and consider subscribing to the channel. In the credit card world of 2025, it's no surprise to see annual fee cards that have multiple statement credits with a combined amount that often offsets or more than offsets the annual fee. Such as what we're seeing on the potential Capital One Savor X, $320 in total statement credits versus a $295 annual fee with a couple of complimentary subscriptions to boot. In my opinion, this looks quite promising for the Savor X, opportunity for outsized value and good coverage across dining, entertainment, and travel. In the spirit of not overly reinventing the wheel and staying within some level of realism, I'm only going to suggest enhancements on the edges that frankly might already be in the works. Starting with the $100 annual Capital One Travel Portal credit, which is already a pretty easy credit to get the full $100 of value in if you at least travel a little bit. Let's just make sure that this credit can be combined with other portal credits that come from other cards. For example, the Capital One Venture X has an annual $300 travel portal credit, and so if one were to hold both the Savor X and the Venture X, it would be awesome if you could use the total $400 on a single booking. Then on the $100 dining credit, we have a very vague description. It's to spend at a collection of the best restaurants, with the listed example being Michelin-starred hotspots. I'm fine with this credit not being valid for all dining. Keep in mind that the Amex Gold's dining credits are only valid for Resi restaurants, Grubhub restaurants, and a few other merchants. We just don't want a credit that's only good for the swankiest of 3 Michelin star restaurants, whereby $100 may get you maybe 4 bites of caviar. Doubt that will be the case, as most likely we'll see most of, if not all of the restaurants that are currently featured on the Capital One dining portal. Capital One just makes sure that for all of the high-end restaurants, there are at least some regular restaurants with at least decent coverage across different US geographies. Then the $120 annual Starbucks credit is whatever, really. Clearly a head-to-head challenge against the Amex Gold's Dunkin' credit, and with $120 being a multiple of 12, surely this will be a $10 monthly credit. For what it's worth, Starbucks does have a much bigger footprint than Dunkin', and so it's more useful for most people. Finally, the complimentary Apple TV Plus and Uber One memberships can be left as is, but as with the credits, I'm just going to suggest an unspecified detail. That being, please have these subscriptions be permanent benefits rather than something that will end in 2027 or something. Frankly, I'm not too confident that this will play out, as Capital One has been known to offer temporary subscriptions, like these guys on the Capital One Venture X, as well as previously the Uber One subscription on the Savor card. But hey, why not go against the grain, or your grain, for once? And there we have it, my realistically improved Capital One Savor X. What do you guys think? Will these differences make you pull the trigger on applying for the card, or was the original proposed version of the card already good enough? Let me know below in the comments. Also, if this card came into existence, it would make for a solid premium duo with the Venture X. To hear about my honest 1-year review on this card, check out the video on screen. Here's your card nerd signing off, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.